at the nail shop.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I was already on screen. Listen, Cajun, it's my fault. I forgot to change the time. I asked JB if we could push the live back so I could do my Monique Samuels breaking news. And I forgot. So it's on me. I forgot to change the time. My bad, y'all. So I'm sorry for the people who've been waiting on us. I apologize, except for Cajun. I don't apologize to Cajun. I apologize to everybody else who's been waiting on us. My apologies. My apologies, you guys. Oh, Lord. So listen, this was a really good week. It was a good week of Beyond the Gates. So we are here for Beyond the Gates, season 1, episodes 64 through 65. And baby, listen, you know what I really love about Beyond the Gates? I love that they give us enough, but some of these storylines are dragging, but the ones, I feel like the ones that are dragging are the ones we don't really care that much about. But the ones that we care about, I feel like they drag them just enough, but then they give it to us because they gave us that Anita tea this week. They gave it to us. We're going to get to that because, baby, we got to get to that. But some of the tea they giving us, we don't care nothing about. I mean, some of the stories, but now listen, my notes are probably all over the place this week, y'all. But we're going to go through my notes. They may not be in order, but y'all know how we do. By the time we get done talking, we'll be done covered everything. And if there's anything that we didn't cover that y'all want us to talk about, just drop it in the chat. We'll get to it, okay? I'm actually glad y'all are late because I wasn't ready. I know that's right. My friend said it worked for me because I had things to do. Thank you. Okay. Could you believe that's who did it? I'm ready for season 2 because of that surprise reveal at the end. What are you talking about, Cajun?
He's talking about Paradise.
Oh, I didn't see Paradise. Don't talk about it. I want to watch it, but I haven't watched it. I think that's going to be one of my summer binges. Baby, I'm trying to watch Forever. My people want me to watch and review Forever. I'm trying to get to that. But I do want to watch Paradise. Yes, I want to watch that. I want to watch Paradise. I want to watch the movie where Viola Davis was the president. I didn't watch that yet. It's a bunch of stuff I want to get into. Yep. During the school year, between work stuff and then reviewing, and then I just can't get to everything I want to watch. So some stuff I just gotta wait till I have time.
Definitely get into Paradise. It was really good. It was really. Now I didn't watch it when it first came out, so I watched it when ABC aired it. Last month. Really good.
Yeah, I heard it was really good, and it's already been renewed for season 2. So that's another reason why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. You know, some stuff I was watching, they didn't renew it for season 2, and I was like, well, hell, if it ain't coming back, like I was watching Suits LA, but they didn't renew it, so I was like, Why do I need to finish watching the episodes if they ain't bringing it back?
Right. I added that to my list because I watched the original Suits. Because I love, my best friend got me into the original Suits, and I was like, okay, Suits LA. I was like, okay, cool, we'll watch it. But then I was like, but who's, because I saw that they brought him in for one episode, right? Harvey.
Yeah. And that was a flashback, right? I feel like where they made the mistake was calling it Suits. They should have just called it, they should have just gave it an original, it's an original show. They really didn't have anything to do with the original Suits. And I feel like they thought that the name, I feel like they thought the name was going to carry it, but I feel like they should have just called it, I would have much rather them did it as a reboot of LA Law. Then, because at one point they were talking about redoing LA Law. Y'all are young. I don't know if y'all remember the original LA Law, but it had a young Blair Underwood, Jimmy Smits. What's that other guy's name? Another guy that y'all would recognize. It was like in the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s or whatever. But yeah, I just feel like it would have been better off if they had done it as an LA Law reboot. But Suits, and then you just have Harvey in one flashback. Like we were waiting. Like I needed a Lipschitz, I needed a Donna, I needed a Harvey, I needed something. So I feel like that's what they lost. Like for those of us that tuned in, looking for it to be Corbin Burnson. Thank you, Goldie. Yes. Harry Hamlin. Yes. Yeah,
I was like, no Lewis, no, especially.
Yeah, like we didn't get any of that. So I felt like they thought that the name would carry it. But for people like me, after like the second or third episode, when I didn't see any of my people, I was like, what's this? You know?
That was the first episode for me because I was watching the first episode and I was like, what the hell is this? No, because I was thinking, okay, like maybe we can have some kind of mention of Mike, somebody, nothing. And when they mentioned nobody, I was like, why would I watch this?
I thought that like after the first episode, I said, well, maybe Harvey is taking over this law firm. Like when I first watched it, they were talking about this merger and stuff. I thought maybe they were merging with Harvey, like from New York. They were opening up a branch in LA. Like I thought that's where the connection was going to be. But when that wasn't a connection, I was like, what?
And then they teased that he was going to be in the episode.
I think they would have been better off just making it a law show and just letting us organically creating the fan base.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get to it, honey. Let's get to it. So we start off on Monday with Sharon and Anita, right? Now, listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm here for this Sharon and Anita dynamic because Sharon gave it to Anita good. But baby, when Sharon came back for round 2, Anita said, no, that's what we're not doing. I let you have it the first time. I let you, you get it all out. You had 30 years of anger, frustration, pent up emotion, and I let you give it to me. Right? But baby, when she tried to come back for round 2 and she stormed up in that house, Anita said, whoa, hold on. You ain't taking another bite out of this apple, ma'am. And I also think the difference too is at that point, she had told her husband.
Yeah.
I think part of it was that she hadn't told Vernon. So she had told Vernon and it was like, baby, I done already told my husband he still love me. He ain't left me. He's still being the loving husband I need him to be. So I let you have it. But that's not what you're not coming back around. How did you feel about that, about Miss Sharon? How do you feel about Miss Sharon? Because she ain't going nowhere. Sharon going to be around for a minute. How you feel about Miss Sharon?
Miss Sharon.
Other than the wig.
I was just saying, Miss Sharon, that lopsided wig and her 1980s hair and her 1980s clothing style. Here's my thing. I get Sharon and Tracy's frustration with Anita. I get it. Anita, y'all were in the Articulates. Y'all were supposed to go big time, right? And Anita just up and left y'all. But I don't feel bad for Sharon, especially after I'm not going to jump ahead, but especially after we got deeper.
Exactly.
Y'all want to put all the blame on Anita. It ain't just Anita who was, overzealous and wanted to advance her career. Y'all all wanted to do the same thing. But the fact that Anita went on to, which again, I get it. They upset that, they don't have the lifestyle that Anita has, right? Anita has this nice, beautiful home. She has a family. She has people that wait on her. She has people that cook her food and stuff. So I get where Sharon is coming from. But I think also at the same time, Sharon is doing too much because if you listen to Sharon, Sharon says she has a good voice, right? She says she has a great voice. So why come even though Dante did what he did to you, you can go find somebody else you can find another Dante Green that would treat you the way that Dante treated Anita. So I get Sharon's frustration, but like I said, once we get deeper into it, I was like, oh, so you just as bad as Anita is.
I was getting ready to say, you just thought, like Anita said again, I don't want to jump ahead either. But when Anita dug into her ass at the later on in the week, Anita said, you was cool riding the gravy train until the gravy train ran out. You was cool with what we did because we did what we did on the front end, we all did it together. And you was cool with that. It's just that when I decided to jump off the train and go left, now y'all got a problem, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that, honey. But yeah, I'm with you. But I thought those were some great scenes. That was some great acting between those two ladies, and I was here for it. They've got some great actors on this show, and then they have some not great actors on this show. And the acting that's bad is starting to really, 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 really stand out because I feel like a lot of other people are stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
So we going okay. So there's that.
Horrible.
All right. Jacob in this case. So let me say this.
Y'all finna throw tomatoes at me with Kat.
I am so sick of Kat. If Kat don't sit her ass down somewhere and let Jacob do his motherfucking job, she fucking it up.
Technically, yes. Technically, no. Because Kat is doing more than Jacob. To be honest, she's doing a little bit more. Now, she is messing things up, but she is doing better than him. Now, that jacket, I don't know why Kat didn't think about that. Bitch, your fingerprints are on that just as well as that crazy lady's is. So I don't know why Kat didn't think about that. But I mean, I get that how everybody feels about Kat. But like I said, Kat is doing she is doing a lot, but she is technically helping him.
But what she's doing is she's gonna make it null and void.
Yeah, that part.
Like you're finding the information, but it's not gonna be worth anything because you tainted it.
Yeah.
And I feel like because think about it, if Kat has shut the hell up and just let Jacob do his job, that motorcycle helmet and gloves would have been in that damn house. Because Kat was the one that let Eva know, baby, I think you did it too. And Kat, when Jacob, because the thing is this, Jacob was questioning Leslie. Leslie was getting desperate, but I feel like Kat kept poking. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, am I tripping?
No, but the thing is, I think Eva still would have found that because remember, Eva went to the apartment last week and she saw her. The thing with somebody said it earlier in the week about Sherry, Leslie, Dana, Anna, and Lulu that she is the type of narcissistic person that she would keep evidence of her crimes at home, and that's exactly what she did. She kept that helmet and motorcycle. So I think Eva would have found it either way it went because when she went to the house, the woman was looking at it, reminiscing, like she keep them damn wigs. So I think Eva still would have found it at some point. But Kat doing this is probably it probably triggered Eva to think, okay, maybe my mama, maybe she does have some, maybe there is some validity to, but she already knew that there was some validity to what Kat was saying because she's questioned it.
Yeah, but she didn't think that she was a suspect until. Because, see, Kat is so focused on making her a suspect. But I hear what you're saying. And for the purposes of storytelling, they have to drag it out. So I get it. But I guess my frustration is he keeps telling Kat, and my thing is, Kat, you're smart. Like you're not stupid. You're not dumb. You understand. She says she watches true crime. So you understand how this shit works. Like you're tainting the evidence and you're creating a situation where even if they find something, they're not going to be able to use it because you're tainting it.
Yeah, I get that part.
I don't know. But I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. So, I guess we can keep talking about that. So we have the jacket, which
Mm.
there was some really great evidence in the jacket, but I wish Kat had just taken the jacket to Jacob and let Jacob determine what was good and what wasn't. Because by her giving Leslie all that information, Leslie knew how to counteract it when it was time for her to talk to Jacob. Had she just taken that jacket to Jacob and said, hey, this jacket we believe came from Leslie, and the receipts are in the pocket, even though her hands were still on it and he couldn't really use it, he at least would have had that ammunition. And when he talked to Leslie, he might have caught her off guard. But now Leslie is one step ahead of them because Kat keep talking. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Leslie thinks she's one step ahead of him. Well, in this instance, she was, especially with the jacket. But Leslie is tripping herself up, and again, I'm not trying to get ahead of ourselves, but Leslie tripped herself. I think Leslie is starting to be like, oh shit, they own to me because of what she did later in the episode when she went to Orphe Jeans. Again, like I said, not getting ahead of ourselves, but
go ahead, because we all over the place this week, child. Go ahead.
Like when she went to Orphe Jeans and she saw Andre, asking Andre to see the video, I was like, that's stupid. And so I will say one thing that kind of pissed me off in this week's episodes was when she went to the hospital, back to the hospital, and talking to Shanice. I was like, you crazy bitch. Like,
first of all, her face should have been at security. She shouldn't have even been able to get in the hospital.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. I know I'm getting in the weeds right now, but I know when my sister a while ago, my sister was in the hospital and I went to go visit her. Baby, I had to stop at the front desk. I had to show my ID. They had to take a picture of me and put it on a temporary badge. And I had to wait because my sister's two best friends were up there and they were like, she can't have more than 2 visitors at a time because she was in the unit that she was in. She can't have more than 2 visitors at a time. And I had to wait. I had to call my sister and be like, how much longer is no, she had 3 visitors. It was her 2 best friends and her goddaughter. I was like, how much longer y'all gonna be up there? Because I'm down here and they won't let me up. So my thing is, her name should have been at security because even though she's not charged with the crime, the fact that they even suspect, the fact that Nicole got an issue with her, the fact that Ted has an issue with her, and we're gonna get to Ted in a minute, but the fact that Ted has an issue with her, her name should just be on the motherfucking list.
Her face should be plastered.
That's what I'm saying. The minute she go in there, she shouldn't be able to get past security.
Don't let this bitch in.
And the fact that Shanice remembered her,
exactly,
that should have been automatic. Like, no, because again, I'm not trying to get into the weeds, but again, now we're getting into you breaking laws. Like, you were in the computer. Did you see how she walked behind the counter and was like, just show me. I just want to see. I was like,
when I tell you that lady's crazy as hell.
Baby, she is crazy because I thought Shanice was gonna give her more than she gave her. Honestly,
I did too. I was expecting Shanice to at least punch the bitch.
Something. See, I wrote it right here in my notes. Kat is irritating. It's right here. I even texted. Listen, I even sent JB a text and was like, Kat is getting on my nerves.
Here's the thing. I get where everybody's coming from about Kat. Like, because it was when Thursday's episode happened when Jacob specifically told Kat, stay out of it. I said, Kat, stay out of it. But I knew Kat wasn't gonna stay. I knew Kat wasn't gonna do that because we saw the previews of her up under the bed, and I follow her. I just followed her on Instagram this past week, and so she posted this. She posted the behind the scenes of it. I was like, fuck, Kat, like you don't listen to people. And congratulations are in order to Colby because y'all know she had a bridal shower last week.
Yeah, she's getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
She also has lupus. She's been open about that as well. She has lupus. Yep. So congratulations to her. Yeah, in real life, she's getting married. So congratulations to her. Right. Kat acting like a little bougie Nancy Drew. Right. Up under that damn bed. And let me say this too. The other thing that Kat is doing is Kat is making it easier for Leslie to cry wolf because like this whole protective order, I'm gonna be honest with you, she should get one against Kat. Kat is doing too much.
When that lady said, I need a restraining order against this, I said, ain't that rich?
She did say this though. She did say this, yeah. But she's opening up that door because she really is doing too much. She really is. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Leslie ain't earned it. I'm not about to sit here and pretend like Leslie has not earned it. But now the thing is, you're allowing the tables to flip.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're looking crazy now. You're looking obsessed and you're looking crazy because we know what that woman has done. But
Right.
the average person, I mean, they know she broke up the wedding and all of that stuff. But girl, Cat, go, girl, go. If you don't go order them purses.
Right. You know something that was funny to me because I kept looking at them this whole entire week. I'm wondering how many takes they do when it comes to Leslie, because Jacob at one point in that episode where she said, "Well, hey, Detective Sexy," his face cracked. I was like, "You trying hard not to break character?"
I
And
bet you, because Leslie, I feel like Leslie goes off script a lot because she's funny. Like she
yeah,
really is funny. I feel like she goes off script.
and then Kobe and the woman who plays Mona, the scenes that they had this week, you could the camera turned away from Kobe at one point, and you see Kobe is cracking a smile. I'm like, y'all, I know y'all busting out laughing because she is like as crazy as the lady is. She is hilarious to me. Like
And some
every
of the
time
one-liners that she be coming up with, she's good. She's
she
good.
is hilarious to me. I'd be
She
like,
is
I
good.
know y'all have to. I know that took more than one take to get that. Because
Child.
when she called them witches, I was like, not witches.
Child. All right, so I wrote that in my notes. See, I wrote protective order. Okay, next we have Martin. Martin had a conversation with Chelsea this week. Martin had a conversation with Ted, and he sort of let his dad know, listen, I still don't like what you did to Mama.
Mm-hmm.
However, I feel like I could have given you a little more grace or been a little more understanding. And he did apologize. And so him and his father seem like they're sort of mending their relationship. I feel sorry for Kat because Kat is really odd man out. Because everybody else seems like they're trying to understand Ted's point of view.
Yeah.
And Kat is like, because even we'll get to that, but even Nicole seems to be she seems to be softening on Eva and Ted.
Right.
And baby Cat is not here for it at all. At all. All right, let me go. Anything about that?
Here's the thing. I cannot blame. I've said it since we've been doing this. I don't blame Kat for not wanting to move forward with Eva because she was right about Eva. She was 100% right about Eva. And everybody was like, oh, which Kat is spoiled. Kat is pretentious. But Kat was also right.
She was right.
The entire time she was trying to protect her family. Like, put yourself in. I want everybody to put themselves in Kat's shoes when it comes to your just your family. How would you feel if you see something not quite right and your family ain't listening to you? Which yes, she's spoiled. Yes, she's rich. Yes, she's entitled. And then when everything comes out, it's like I would still feel the same way about Eva. It would be fuck Eva.
And here's the thing, I 100% understand. And I get it, because I even said it before we found out, I was like, Kat is right, but the way she's going about it is what's turning everybody, well, at least me, turning me off. Yeah. It's like, girl, goes, like even when she was, in this week, she was going at it with Jacob to the point where Jacob had to threaten to put her at, like, girl, who the fuck do you think you talking to?
Exactly.
Like, she's just doing too much. It's like, again, you have the police interested. The police know. The police get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do their job now, because now you fucking it up.
Yeah.
Because you done found the helmet, and then you moved the helmet out of the room. So now what's supposed to happen? The same thing that happened with the jacket. Just because you got them little gloves on, it doesn't matter. You literally, now you done committed a crime. You lied your way into that girl's hotel room.
Yeah, you stole.
You stole out of her hotel room. What's Jacob supposed to do with that? He already told you he didn't have enough circumstantial evidence to get to get a search warrant for her hotel room. Had you left the helmet and gloves there, went back to Jacob and said, look, I know you about to be mad at me, so I'm not going to tell you how I know. I ain't even going to tell you how I know. But just know the helmet and the gloves are there. They are in Eva's hotel room. We got to figure out a way to connect some dots so you can get a search warrant. You know what I'm saying?
What I will say, if this person's business don't work out, Kat, you should be a PI because you are damn good.
Hey, Ray. Hey, boo. Right, Bobby. Exactly. Like, girl, at the very least, Leslie, like I said, Leslie should be arrested because forget about her footage going into Laura's room. They got the footage of her at the nurse's station, because y'all ain't going to sit here and tell me they don't have a camera at that damn nurse's, right zoomed in on that nurse's station. Come on now.
Right.
What hospital don't have a camera at the nurses station so they can
Exactly.
see what them nurses are doing? Come on now. So they should have footage of Leslie impersonating a damn nurse and being all on that damn computer. Come on now. And again, I know we getting in the weeds, but it is what it is. We in the weeds. We weeding, okay? All right, what do I have next in my notes? We have Ted and Eva, but we can come back to that because they have a couple of conversations this week. But towards the end of the week, Ted and Eva had a really good conversation about what Eva really wants to do. Like, she's appreciative, however, but we'll get into that because I want to get into. Well, do you want to go ahead and because again, like I said, we all over the place. Do you want to go ahead and talk about Ted and Eva and their relationship?
We can leave it.
Okay. Because next I have Bill and his illness. So this was a big storyline this week as well. Bill, let me tell you something I saw this week though. It's more than Bill pretending like nothing's wrong. Bill has a fear of hospitals.
He does.
And I loved that moment. Y'all, listen, I called it from the beginning. Y'all could go back to the first week. I said, Danny and Bill are going to be back in them sheets. Now, I ain't said they're going to be back together. But did you see how Danny walked up in that hotel room and was able to get Bill? She worked him like she was purring him like a kitten.
And Haley was
sick of it.
Oh, Haley. I was here for every minute of it.
Baby, that thing tore Haley up. Do you hear me?
Oh, what does she my thing is, what does Haley expect? Like, that is his ex-wife. He was with her for God knows. I mean, what they had to be. Naomi has to be somewhere
at least 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah, they had to be together for years. So,
well, actually 30, because Naomi has to be damn near knocking on 30. She done went to law school, so she's got to be in her late 20s at the earliest, her late 20s.
Right. So they've been together for at least 30 years. We're gonna give them 30 years. So, and this is the father of her kids. Mm-hmm. You allegedly got one in the oven. I don't believe it. But, like, what did you expect? Yes, Danny is pissed off at him. Yes, Danny is upset with him. But at the end of the day, that is still the father of her daughters, and she wants to make sure that he's okay. She knows how Bill is. And so she came down there and got Bill together. And Bill even had to say, you know what, Danny, thank you for coming down here to check on me. And Haley was like, I did get a little jelly. Oh, baby, we could see it. It was written all over your face. We saw
it. It was written all over your face.
But I was here for it. Now, what I will say is I just hated seeing the individual scenes with Bill and Haley this week.
I'm so sick of them.
That was all I hated seeing was the individual scenes with them. But I knew Bill was having a stroke. I thought it was Parkinson's, but then the more we look at it, I'm like, he's having a stroke. Now, what did piss me off was Naomi and Haley. When that man was in his office and he started stuttering, I was like, why y'all just sitting here? Call 911.
That's what, okay. I said the same thing. The minute he started, why are y'all walking this man? Like, first of all, that man is twice both of y'all size. The fact that y'all even got him into a car and carried him first of all, the minute y'all got him out the car, they would have put him in a wheelchair. Like, you would not have literally walked up to whatever floor that was. Like, come on, y'all. Like, look, listen. He wouldn't have walked up the hospital. They would have pulled up to the emergency room. They'd have brought out a wheelchair and he'd have been in a wheelchair, and then they would have triaged him. That's number one. Number two, why y'all ain't just call 911? That man is big. Bill is a huge dude. That's a big boy.
Big as hell.
Child. Okay, so we found out he's having basically a pre-stroke situation. He talks his way out of the hospital, which is true, y'all. You can leave the hospital against doctor's orders. You just got to sign the paperwork to make sure that they're not liable. So him signing himself out of the hospital is not unbelievable. But Bill, he has a fear of hospitals that I don't know where that's coming from, because Danny let us know that he's scared of hospitals. He thinks that they're a death trap, that you go in and you don't go out. I'm not trying to make too much out of it, but I feel like maybe that's something we'll come back to when we find out about his family. Maybe something happened with his father or his mother or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't know if it's that deep of a storyline that they're going to get into all of that, or if that's just something they just going to kind of throw to the side. But we saw that, and then by the end of the week, Bill was having to go back to the hospital, child.
Right. Um, he should have stayed in the
Anything
hospital.
else about Bill?
He should have stayed in the hospital, which, like you said,
Absolutely.
they definitely do that. They'll let you go, but you got to sign a waiver saying they ain't responsible for whatever happens to you once you leave. That ain't on them. You signed yourself out the hospital. So, I mean, like I said, really and truly.
Marcel, thank you for the super chat. Boo said, I know I'm jumping ahead, but Cat girl, at least bring the evidence to the police instead of the diner out in the open. Leslie could have seen her. Yeah, that's what. Listen, we talked about it. You fine. We talked about that. We said the same thing.
Yeah, I hate that I wish she would have took it.
We said the same thing.
We gonna see what.
Yeah, I just wish she would have just took. I mean, you could have took a picture of it and said, Jacob, don't ask me how I got in that room. Don't ask me how I got this information. Just know it's there as a picture of it, but I left it there. You got to figure out. You got to connect them dots. We got to get in that hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other thing too is you were sloppy because they came in there on you, and Kat knows that she didn't leave that box where that box was.
Yeah. But that kind of threw me too with Eva, because Eva's still looking at that box, and she then went back to her book that she was listening to, not even thinking about anything, not even looking on the bed. I was like, okay, maybe not.
Child, maybe she meditating on it, honey. Maybe she meditating on it.
Yeah, but her feelings were hurt after Tomas didn't want to kiss her.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Her little feelings were hurt because Tomas, and that was so funny. I love that Tomas did that, and what's her face heard it, but that was so funny. With her under that bed, listening to him talking about, I really love her. I really think we can make this work. I was like, oh Lord. I
still don't trust him.
I don't either. I still don't trust him either.
Especially after Bill told him to, he's still eavesdropping on those women that Bill settled with, but he also wants him to get information from Kat about Naomi and Chelsea.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Yeah, he wants him to spot on Kat, which, what is Bill afraid of?
I don't know.
I mean, is it more to the story with Leslie that he's worried about? Because what is he afraid of?
That I was so confused about. Like, you and Chelsea, not Chelsea. Well, yeah, you, Chelsea, and Naomi, y'all are talking to each other. They're not. What I will say is they're not revealing everything to you, but you are on speaking terms with your daughter. So I was confused why he was having him, spy on and Kat of all people.
Hey, Don Boo.
Like I think Tomas said it. Kat don't talk about Bill
nobody
said
but Kat.
Kat talks about nobody but Kat.
I agree, Xavier. I think Bill is deeper in this Leslie situation because he's afraid of something. He's worried about something. I don't know what it is, but I agree. I think it's something more there than what we seeing because it don't make no sense. We already talked about this a little bit, but we talked about the footage with Andre, Shanice. Now, Andre seemed like he knew. Hey, what's up, Sir James? It's like Andre knew what Leslie wanted, and he still told her about the footage, but then he took that picture of her. Like, I don't know. What do you think with the Andre of it all?
It was weird to me that he showed her I was confused why.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Now, him taking a picture of it, I kind of understood why he took a picture of her, just for, because he said he got a software that hold on, my therapist just sent me a text message. But he said he got a software, I guess, that can determine if the person in the video is her versus, I don't know. That part I understood, but him showing her that damn picture, I was just like, sir, why would you do that?
Right. Now, I am glad that they are determining, because that was one of the first things I said when they were trying to put Eva in this. I said, Eva and her mama don't look nothing alike, with or without a helmet. They don't have the same body build. They're not the same height. So I was like, it should be really easy to rule out that Eva wasn't the one on that damn motorcycle.
Right.
But so I'm glad that they're doing that. But yeah, I didn't understand, because Andre, you knew you were being played, and it was like you I don't know. Shut up, Cajun.
Exactly. I just said it was my therapist texting me.
Ain't nobody fooling with Cajun. All right.
Now, what I
So,
also something I do want to point out really quick. Hey, Therese,
mhm.
something that I
What's up,
do.
Trees Boo? You want to come up? Let me know.
Something that I do want to point out, what I thought was interesting too, going back to Jacob. So when Jacob called in that one guy, right, and he was telling when they went to go do their search warrant. What I will say was interesting is because he's also they're also talking about they're also talking about a software where he can determine if like the boots or whatever is in in the same video with the motorcycle accident. I was like, this is maybe this is stuff. Maybe this stuff is real. I don't know, but I was like, how real is this shit? I'm just thinking
I
like, how
don't
real
know. Listen, I think it's pretty accurate because I mean they can do all kinds of stuff now with technology. But
they
I
can.
hear you though. But I hear you. I hear you though. Um. Okay, we had a Danny Haley showdown at one point this week. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care at this point. Haley, either you pregnant or you not. We're gonna find out one way or the other. She went in there because I feel like you are trying too hard to prove Danny wrong. Like I don't know why you care that much. Because if
Mm,
you really are pregnant, then once your belly starts growing, you got about 6 months to throw it in Danny's face. Once that belly starts showing, and you just every time you see Danny, just rub that belly, just wear some maternity clothes. Like I just don't understand why is that serious? Because either if you're pregnant, you're pregnant, and it's going to show. Like Danny can be mad about it all she want, but it's just going to be there.
it's something like I say. I just don't. Y'all know I don't trust Haley as far as I can throw her. Here's my thing: if I'm really pregnant, right, and my husband's ex-wife keeps coming to me, I'm like, you know what, bitch? Name the doctor. What doctor you want to go to? I'll go to the doctor. Girl, give me the pregnancy test. I'll go pee on her. How many you got? I would if I know I'm pregnant and I can shut her up, I'm going to do it. But Haley's not.
Right. Because when Danny said, "Come on, let's go to the drugstore," they'll deliver. Let's do it. And then she was like, "I'm not doing that." Well, then why are you at my house? And I didn't ask you to come. I didn't
Mm.
invite you here. Why did you storm up in my house to do what?
So yeah, I'm just Haley. Just no, I like that's why I say I do not believe that Haley is pregnant. I think the little bitch is lying.
Ooh, ooh.
Now, why she's lying, I don't know.
Vovo, hey Vovo Boo, Vovo saying unless it's Karen on
Oh,
sisters,
bro,
child.
child.
Lord, she's still pregnant. It's been 5 years,
Mhm.
honey. She's still pregnant, child. All right. I'm gonna save Anita for last. I'm gonna say that letter and that we're
That's
gonna do
not.
that one last. Um Andre and Danny, we talked about this last week. They need to just go ahead. Well, Danny needs to just go ahead and accept that it's more than what she says she's not ready for, more. But basically, y'all are each other's crutch. Y'all are there for each other. Like it is what it's
Mhm.
more.
I get where Danny's coming from because let's put ourselves in Danny's shoes, right? Technically, Andre's a rebound for Danny because Danny is freshly divorced from Bill and she's doing everything. So I don't think that it's a good time for her to be in a relationship with somebody. Have fun with them, right? But it's obvious that they do like each other. They do have feelings with each other for each other. But I'm kind of on Danny's side when it comes to the whole Andre of it all. I do get where Andre's coming from. He wants to, be a reformed playboy and all this kind of stuff. I get that. But like I said, I'm still on Danny's side.
I'm on Danny's side too. The woman is telling you she's not ready. Just because y'all have chemistry, just because y'all have great sex, just because you did a really good job of getting her away from that bottle every night, that doesn't mean she's ready to go public. First of all, I know a lot of us have sort of gotten away from the taboo of their relationship because we're used to seeing them together and they do have chemistry. But we're not gonna sit here and forget that literally Danny watched this boy grow up. That
Mhm,
literally that for all intents and purposes, that has been her nephew for the majority of her life. We're not
mhm.
going to forget that people are going to side eye deep up out of her. You know what I
Correct.
mean? Like we're not going to walk away from that. I know, like I said, I know it's easy for us to sort of kind of walk away from it because we are so used to seeing them together. But let's go back to that first week, the first time they slept together. Let's remember how we felt. Let's
Mhm.
remember how we felt. We was not feeling it. We thought it was nasty. we was side-eyeing Danny. So, and she did already lied to Nicole. So then she gonna have to backtrack off of that. You know what I'm saying? She definitely did get out of the bed with Andre to run down to that hospital and get in Bill's face. She sure did.
But again, Harold, that is the father of her kids.
Yeah, but that lets you know she's not ready for no relationship. Because let me tell you something. If I don't care if that's the father of your kids are grown. We're not talking about children. We're not talking about kids that are in college, high school, elementary school. These kids are grown with they married or about to be married. They got businesses. They good. Don't let me be laying in the bed next to some man and he get a call about his ex-wife. It wasn't one of his kids. It was his ex-wife is in the hospital and he get up out the bed to run down to that hospital. Oh no, Houston, we have a problem. I'm not saying he can't be concerned. I'm not saying he can't go to the hospital and check on her. But what you not about to do is jump up out my bed after me and you just got finished getting it in and doing the do and running down to that damn hospital. Now you can get your ass up in the morning and take you a good shower and put some clothes on and you can go take her some flowers. I'm okay with that. But what you not about to do, no. She jumped out that bed, baby. She couldn't get out that bed fast enough.
Now, what if it's a life and death situation?
What do you mean if it's a life or death situation? What you mean?
A stroke is life or death. So no wiggle room.
I didn't say he couldn't go to the hospital.
Just not get up out the bed with you.
Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not saying that I'm that cold-hearted of a person, but that I'm just saying that means that that just proves the point that Danny's not ready.
True.
I don't have a problem with you checking on that person. I don't have a problem with you going to the hospital. I don't have a problem with none of that. But you ain't jumping up out my bed. We still in the afterglow.
Baby, everybody's on. Y'all, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Let me clean it up.
JB.
Let me clean it up, y'all. I'm not. I get what y'all saying. She can't save him. I get what y'all saying. He got a wife. I get what Really be saying. The kids are grown, but damn, y'all. I get it. Don't get up out. I get it. Don't get up out the bed with me after we just did the do and go. I get that part. I'll give you maybe an hour or two, but go check on those are still y'all's kids. Go check on your kids. I'll give you an hour after we bask in the afterglow. I'll let you have an hour. An hour. Because I'm not a cold, because here's the thing. I would be if it happened and you go to the hospital and be like, and then you come talking about, oh yeah, she passed away. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm not the consoling type. So that's why I would say go, because I'm not the consoling type. That just ain't me. And y'all know I'm a Cancer, but that consoling type, that's just not. That's just.
But we're not. Cancers are sensitive, but we're not. Because I'm not a good consoler. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with other people's tears. I don't know what to do with emotions. I don't. And I don't know if that's a Cancer thing, but that is certainly a me thing. Like I'll be here for you. I'll be a shoulder to lean on. But I'm woo. Like I don't know what to do with it.
Like I'm a very sensitive person, but when it comes to consoling people, baby, I don't know how to do it. Because it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Okay, so we almost there, itty bitty. Matter of fact, we actually there. Those. Okay, no. So Naomi, is it Naomi?
Chelsea.
No, it's not Naomi. Chelsea been flirting with the girl down to the bar and come to find out that it's Bill's doctor. That's really all I got for that. The girl at the bar.
She's so weird though. I'm sorry, she's a cute girl. Because I saw when Colby posted her, saying, Thursday when it was her first day, and I was like, okay. Madison. I was like, so we meet her at that was Uptown she was at. I was like,
Uptown. Mm-hmm. It ain't but 3 restaurants. She was at Uptown. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So her and Chelsea were looking at each other and I was like, okay, this is cute. But then, well, now she can't be awkward because she's a doctor and we saw her bedside manner when it came to Bill.
But she might be awkward in the sexuality piece of it.
She could be.
Maybe she's not comfortable with, because Chelsea was very forward. Like Chelsea saw her and rolled right up on her. Like Chelsea was full steam ahead.
What really threw me was when the bitch got up and walked out the bar when they were talking. I said, "Damn, you rude." Like they having a whole conversation, and Chelsea get a phone call, and she just walks out. I agree, she Golden. Chelsea was definitely being thirsty.
Yeah,
That
Chelsea
girl,
was doing a lot. Chelsea
'cause
was
that
doing
girl,
a lot.
here's my thing. Now, when it comes to me, and letting somebody know that I like them, I'm the complete opposite of that. Like I will put myself out there, but it's like I inch out there to gauge if you like me and we on the same wavelength with each other. But if it's obvious, then if it's obvious that I like you, you like me, then yeah, I will. We can have a we can I'll we'll have our flirtation back and forth. But as far as just somebody like Madison, Madison wasn't giving her nothing, and I would have noticed. Okay, you looking at me? We can sit down and have a conversation, but I'm not gonna be like, well, you were checking me out. I was checking you out. No, we ain't going that far.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was in it. I saw you. You kind of cute. You know, but then also when it comes to, I don't know how it is for women, lesbian, bisexual women. I don't know how that is for a woman to approach another woman, but as when it comes to gay men, when it comes to a gay man trying to approach another man, that one can be a little, you got to kind of put your toe in the water and be like, am I picking up on the right signs and stuff like that? So it might be different
Right.
for women. I don't know.
Well, can I ask you a personal question? And you don't have to answer. You could be like, pass.
Yeah.
So, because you do identify as bisexual, are you more comfortable? Are you the same way approaching a woman that you're interested in? Is it the same or is it a different?
So I will say it's completely different when it comes to women because women typically approach me. I'm very no, for real.
Okay.
I don't approach anybody because I'm very shy and a little timid. Like if you see me in person and you just meet me, like you see me out, I stay to myself. So most people, and it's been the same for men and women who like me. They typically approach me. I don't approach because I'm very socially awkward. I'm a little awkward when it comes to interacting with people. Like you can spark a conversation with me, right? And I'll talk back to you. But I'll flirt. I do flirt. Like sometimes if no, I will say, if there's a girl that I do like, yes, sometimes I will go up to, because when I was in college, there was this one girl that I did like, and as a kid, I used to go as a kid, not as an adult, but as a kid, if I like the girl, I'd be like, hey, I like you. You cute.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get your number? Right. But it didn't always, I stopped doing that. But here lately, as an adult, I get more approached by men and women. I don't really, unless it's somebody that I've known for years and I know, hey, you like me, I like you, then I will approach you. But as far as somebody new, yeah, nah. You gotta
I
go.
got you. I got you. Because I think even the most confident person is always a crapshoot, right?
Mhm.
Because even you could be real confident, walk up on somebody, and being rejected is still being rejected. So I understand because I flirt a lot, but I usually
Now that is one thing I will say. I ain't
I
gonna tell
do
you.
flirt a lot, but a lot
I'm
of times I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but
Yeah, that
I
is
flirt.
one thing I will say. I am a big flirt. I don't deny that. Like I am a flirt. That is true for me. Of me, like if I like you, I definitely will flirt with you because I've told you. I told you, me and my best friend were going to the Beyonce concert, and her friend is going with us. We've been flirting with. This is a flirtation that has been going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's been going
Mm-hmm.
on during high school. So yeah, if I like you, I will flirt back.
He gonna be JB gonna be riding that horse down to the Beyonce the
Girl,
cavalcada. Never mind.
I
Let's
hope
finish. Let's
I
finish.
hope not, because my best friend's gonna be there, and I'm like, oh, because I was thinking about that the other night. I was like, what if we get it? I'm like, come, I'm gonna see her next Saturday. I'm like, oh, come on, ask him. I'm like, bitch, should we just get? I'm like, are we gonna stay in Atlanta? I was like, and I'm gonna be like, if we gonna stay in Atlanta, bitch, should we get separate rooms? Because if something about to go down. I don't know if I want you to be there necessarily.
You better get you a separate room.
But we might all, I'm pretty sure we all gonna get a room together because we've all known each other. I've known him since we were like 6 or 7 years old, and I've known my best friend for 20 years. So who knows? We'll see.
We'll see, honey. Sound like a situation going down. All right. We only have a few more things to talk about before we get to the main event for this week. I feel like, so we already talked about Cat in the hotel room, Vanessa, Joey, and the doctor. Listen, we finally got Joey after he done slept with Vanessa. We finally got Joey to have a sit down with them and tell him what his big plan is. For me, it was anticlimactic because I thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid to begin with. The whole, I'm gonna use your business to launder the money. I think it was dirty as hell that he slept with Vanessa first. I don't know how you felt about the whole thing.
Oh God, I hated it, to be quite honest with you. But what I also will say is Vanessa had me perplexed because she was pissed off at Doug for having a gambling issue. But I'm like, and you mad at your husband? I'm like, but bitch, you literally just had sex with him right here on this table that y'all sitting
right here.
So you ain't got no room to talk. Like, you and Joey went at it, and then y'all were talking about how tired she's talking about she couldn't walk,
how her back hurt, child.
I was like, girl, Joey don't look like he give that much that your back hurt and you can't walk. I ain't saying that he ain't. He might be packing, but I don't think he packing like that. But okay, girl, if that's what you want to say.
Vanessa's a slut from the 70s. But why she gotta be a slut from the 70s though?
Wrong woman, don't try me. So there was funny story. There was a girl at my gym a few years ago. She and I, we used to flirt with. It was definitely flirtation, and she started it with me, but it was a big flirtation. But then I just realized, me and her realized it was just, we were just two people that were just cool, and so that's really all it was. But yeah, I mean, it's happened at the gym. It happens at my gym quite a bit where they do flirt. And I'm like, why? And that's the other thing with me. So I don't want to say I'm not confident in who I am, but I be looking when people tell me that they like me. I'm like, you like me, really? Because I'm like, okay. Like I don't look when I don't again. I don't think I'm ugly or anything, but I'm like, really, me? I just be shocked when people say that they like me. I'm always shocked.
Oh, you better stop being shocked, honey.
I always am because I'm. It always shocks me when people say that they like me. I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, you're so handsome. Are you so cute? I'm like, really? Because sometimes especially when I don't, especially when like before I get a haircut and shit, I'm like, you find me attractive? No, really. I be thinking, y'all playing with me.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Listen, it's so much I can say, but I don't want to say it in front of the people.
Imposter syndrome sometimes. Like
you said what?
It be feeling like imposter syndrome sometimes. Like I'll be like, you like me?
Nah. Like JB said, I mean, like Uncle Jay said, I'm that same way, JB. But then I remember that I am that. I'm gonna say that bitch. Okay, it's the humble nature of cancers. I mean, yeah, because I feel the same. Like I feel the same way. I mean, so that's why I'm not saying too much because I do kind of feel the same way. I understand what you're saying, JB. I do. But yeah, I don't think we care about the Vanessa Joey storyline. Whatever happened to the dirty cop? I saw that on Instagram, on TikTok this week, where they was like, "What happened? Where is he?" They had a picture of the dirty cop and the police chief, and they were like, "What happened to these two?" Because we ain't seen them in 3-4 months. Like, what happened to them?
I guess they don't move on from this. If they don't move on from that storyline, what I really want them to move on from is everybody's favorite, Derek and Ashley.
Child. Don't care nothing about Derek. You notice they weren't even in my notes. They weren't even in my notes.
I didn't watch their scenes. Like when I saw, because I watched Friday's episode when I got back from the nail shop today, and I saw them. I said, "Oh hell no!" Fast forward.
Yeah, I didn't even watch that. Listen, I didn't even
Well,
put them in my
actually,
notes.
what there was one scene. So, and I was on Twitter because I went out because I was eating lunch. I think it was Wednesday. So somebody on Twitter because when Leslie took her crazy ass down there to Orphe Jeans and she was talking to Ashley, somebody on Twitter said she can kidnap Ashley and Derek and tie them up, and we never have to see them again.
There
Which
you go.
I hollered when they said
Put them in an underground bunker, honey.
oh shit, when they said that she can kidnap them, I said no, y'all. But I was like, you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. I was watching Ashley last week, and I was thinking the same thing that Ashley said. I do feel bad for the actors because some of them do be on social media reading what we say and stuff,
They
and
do.
I do be feeling bad for them because we hate Derek and Ashley so much, but they only doing their jobs, and you don't want to take nothing, you don't want to take nobody's check away from them, but I hate those characters.
It's not. Listen, in Ashley's case, it's not her fault that it's just an unlikable character. In the Firefighters, it's his fault because he can't act. So I'm sorry. His acting is just terrible.
Who's worse, him or Tomas?
Him. Because after I saw that scene last week when he was sitting at the bar with Naomi and he literally was just reading his lines, there was no inflection, there was no emotion. Naomi was like, "So I'm gonna write this text message for you because you've got to let Ashley know how much you care." He was like, "How do I do that?" I should have clipped it and played it so y'all would know exactly what I'm talking about. She was like, "Well, so listen, Ashley really just wants you to show that you really want to fight for this relationship." How do I do that? It was no emotion, no nothing. I was like, yeah, I need you to go sit down somewhere. It was terrible.
Right.
It was terrible. All right. Okay. We saw Ted and Nicole break the ice a little bit. They actually had a really good conversation until Leslie ass walked in the room. Child, that damn Leslie. That damn Leslie.
And that bitch just stood there. I was like, "Lady, move!" Because you can
Baby
see
Leslie
Nicole's
ain't moving.
face.
Why would she move? Why would she move?
Because you can see Nicole's face. Nicole's face lit up, and I was like, I knew it was coming. And then you see Sarah like, "You could tell me to shut up," and he's like, "Well, that's not a shut up." And then in walks that crazy lady. She's like, "I'm good, Ted. Goodbye."
Right. Like, I'm gonna go and get my takeout and head on home like I was before, child. You go ahead and deal with this. You deal with this. That damn Leslie.
I hollered.
Crazy as hell.
When I saw that scene, I cracked up
Listen.
like I do wonder if she do be ad libbing. Like you said earlier, I do wonder if she do be ad libbing because some of the stuff that she does, it seemed like it just come off the top of her dome.
Some of I agree with you. Some of her storylines, I mean, some of her dialogue, I'm like, they could not have written that for you. Like, some of that shit is just, it is so good. She is so good. Okay. All right. So now we get to the final. This for me, this was the VIP scene of the week, which is why I left it for last. Now we talked about this last week because Treese and JB had found an article about this scene where Tamara spoke on the fact that she literally read it right before she was filming it, so the emotion was real and raw. So we found out what the secret was, what the other shoe dropped this week on the Articulates, and we found out that there was actually a fourth member of the group, the actual person who founded the group, who organized the group, that when Dante came along, decided she was too hood and could not be polished, and put her out the group. She wrote a letter to Anita, and this moment when Anita is reading that letter, baby,
I felt that
she did that.
She did.
I'm sorry.
Because I felt that.
She did that.
I felt that in my spirit when she did that. I was like, damn, I actually felt that.
Say that again.
I said I felt that deep down in my spirit when she did that. I was like, girl, that was real. And I'm glad that she said that she waited until the day of
Oh yeah,
filming because we got a real honest emotion from her. That was
yeah, that was
acting,
real. She said that was real. That was real.
but that shows what a great actress she is too.
Yeah. Because the way she finished that letter let you know that she had read that letter a million times. The fact
Mhm.
that she knew the last like couple of like she read that letter, like that thing has stuck with her
It
for
did.
all of these years. That thing has stuck with her, and she read that letter, and she knew that whole. And like you said, once we got that information, it did give me a different perspective on what happened. Because my thing is, y'all made it seem like Anita left all of y'all, but y'all left
Exactly.
Miss Barbara
Barbara.
in her. But y'all left Barbara first.
Exactly. That's why when we got to this point of the week, I was like, well, okay, yes, Anita left Tracy and Sharon. But then to find out there's a fourth articulate, the one who actually founded the fucking group, and Anita was with dealing with Dante, where Dante was like, okay, I just want it to be the three of you, and Tracy and Sharon both said, okay, we're gonna roll with Anita. So y'all are mad at Anita, but y'all was willing to ride the coattails, ride the wave, so to speak, when it benefited y'all. But then when it didn't benefit y'all, now y'all want to be upset with her. Like, yeah, I was so happy when Sharon brought her raggedy ass back over there with that wig, and
Mm-hmm.
Anita told her, stop there. I let you have it the day before, but today
Right.
it ain't happening, bitch. It ain't happening. So yeah, and that's why I was like, how can y'all sit? That was my thing with Sharon, because then when she's sitting there talking to Tracy at Orphe Jeans, like, yeah, I'm gonna use Anita for this and I'm gonna use Anita for that. So you're still being selfish. So you sitting her showing that it wasn't just Anita. The difference between you and Anita is you say you had a good voice as well, but you didn't do what Anita did. Anita used Dante to her advantage. You could have found another Dante. There are so many Dantes out there in the world, but you didn't do that. Neither you nor Tracy did it. You and Tracy went and sulked. You, I don't know what you say. You play in the church. Tracy, so like, no, I wasn't feeling it. Now we'll ask you a question.
Not only that, but the better singer isn't always the one that has the star power. Diana Ross was not the better singer out of the Supremes. Florence Ballard was the better singer. But
Mm-hmm.
Diana Ross had ambition, and Diana Ross had that she knew how to make the camera follow her. She knew
Mm-hmm.
how to command the stage. But she was not the better singer.
No.
Um they used to have to cut Florence Ballard's mic down so that she didn't drown the rest of them out because her voice was so powerful. She was not the better singer, but I find it interesting. I know a lot of people keep comparing this to the Supremes, which it does very much mirror the Supremes story if you know their story, even down to the fact that the Supremes were once four, and the founding member of the Supremes was a woman by the name of Barbara. I forget her last name now, but Barbara actually was the founder of the Supremes. The difference was, at least according to the story, it might be more to the story, but according to the story that's always been told, she chose to leave the group after they got signed by Berry Gordy. She chose to leave the group because she fell in love and she wanted to get married and she wanted to be with her husband. I've never heard anything different. I've never heard her come out and say anything different. So I'm going to assume that that's the real story. But we can also look at pretty much every girl group.
I'm about to say we can look at every girl group because
This
even with
this
Destiny's
this is not
Child,
a right. This is not a unique story. Unfortunately, this has happened to many girl groups throughout the years. That it just and it happens with the guy groups too. But I think for whatever
with
reason,
more
women
so,
are more easy to manipulate. I think
yeah,
when
so
it
they can.
comes to somebody coming in and saying, "Hey, you got it. You got that it thing. You got that star factor. You got what I've been looking for, and I can
Mhm.
make you a star." Like I don't know.
Now we'll ask this question because I did see this pop up on social media quite a bit over the week. So so we heard Barbara's voice reading a letter. People, now I don't know if I believe this, but people were thinking that voice sounded like June's voice. I saw a lot of people say that Barbara's voice sounded like June's voice. But I think June is too young.
June is too young. I'm gonna and I know what y'all gonna say, but I've been saying this from the beginning. What if Barbara is Haley's mama?
That could, it's more that we're gonna find out about Barbara and especially Dante.
Because I told y'all I never bought the storyline of Haley being an orphan and didn't have no family. I never, and there's a reason why she targeted that family. I'm sorry. I just feel like there's a reason why she targeted the Duprees. The fact, and even going back to what you were saying, that she doesn't understand why she's trying to get into the Duprees. Bill was the avenue. Mm-hmm. I think Barbara is June's mother. I don't think Barbara's June's mother because I think June's not a major enough character for us to care. But we'll hold on to it. We'll put it on the list. I think Jewel is Haley's sister or her mother. Agreed. Sister might be stretching it too. But I think June is connected to Haley. I mean, Barbara. I think Barbara is connected to Haley. I really do. Somebody said something earlier that I want to bring up. I forgot to say. Somebody in the chat said that, and this is going back to Danny and Bill. Maybe Danny knows that Bill's little swimmers don't swim anymore, and that's why she knows that Bill ain't pregnant. I mean, Haley, that's why she's so convinced that Haley's not pregnant. I don't know.
That could be.
I don't know. But June is the mother of, I believe June is the mother of Martin and
Smitty's
kids. Boy's kids. I really think that's who June is.
No.
But the minute we were introduced to Barbara. Now I know the article said that this storyline that the Articulate storyline is going to affect Naomi and Kat, but I don't know how it affects Naomi and Kat.
It's gonna be something. It's got to be something deeper too. Because I was so confused by that part too. Because I was waiting to get to find out what happens, and then it was like, so how does this tie into Chelsea and to Kat? Like I still don't get it, but. Yeah. I guess there's more to flesh out as we get into it, because I mean they still ain't went on tour yet.
Yeah, it's that because we got to meet Dante. You know Dante's popping up. They have talked about that man way too much for Dante to not pop up.
Yeah, I did like how supportive Vernon was of Anita, which he was right. I mean, I get Anita blames herself for what happened with Barbara, but you can't control yourself. That was mental health that woman took herself out.
Yeah, but but even though we know that as a rational person, that woman wrote her a letter and basically said, because of what you did to me, this is why I'm doing this. That sits on you. You know what I'm saying? That sits on you. So I mean, even though, like you said, we in our rational thinking, we know she probably would have done it anyway, and maybe she would have done it even if they had become a success. I mean, we see successful people do it anyway because it is mental health. But I definitely feel like, and the fact that that's the letter, that's why I said I feel like we're gonna meet Dante, and I'm gonna hold on to it, y'all. That I really think that Barbara is connected to Haley. I think it's Barbara's mother, but definitely because I just ain't buying Haley being a orphan. Haley has a family. We just don't know what it is. I don't know. Clifton Powell to pay Dante. Ooh, Clifton Powell would be a perfect Dante because he's already typecast. If the Articulates are associated with anyone, I would say Leslie would be one of their kids. She even mentioned losing her virginity listening to Anita's records. Ooh. Child, Leslie got enough. I don't need to add no more to Leslie's storyline, baby. We got enough of Leslie right now. We got enough of Leslie.
We do.
I bet Dante still owns the rights to the Articulate's name. Ooh, Xavier, that's a good one. Dante's coming around. Y'all let me, matter of fact, for all of y'all people that follow this stuff on like Facebook and social media, they're going to make an announcement when they cast Dante. So y'all let me know when they cast him because Dante's coming. Dante is coming. Now, I don't know when he coming, but Dante's coming. Not Pick Six. That lady got more nicknames.
Pick Six.
She can't be. I has to be grandma because Chelsea's a grandchild. Oh.
I'm still confused though. How this? It's got to be more to Anita's storyline than we because I feel like we just scratched the surface. Because if it says that this affects Chelsea and Kat, I'm still Barbara taking herself out ain't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get to it. I'm sure we're gonna get to it.
I did see people also wondering if Barbara really took herself out.
I thought about that too. I questioned that too, but I'm sure there was a fume.
Yeah.
But I did question that if we're going, because it is a soap opera, y'all. It's a soap opera. So anything is possible. I wouldn't be bad. Listen, I wouldn't be mad if they was doing the concert, they was doing their reunion, and then they looked out and she just showed up and they was like, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't put that past it.
Because I did hear a lot of people saying that they don't.
Oh, they did mention a pow pow. Okay.
They did. We'll see.
We'll see her.
I'm just curious how this is going to affect Chelsea and Kat.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how it affects them. Like I ain't made that connection yet. But we'll listen, we got time. And the other thing is we know we have a season 2. So if they want to slow some of these storylines down, they can slow some of these stories. What if June is Barbara? I don't think June is old enough to be Barbara, y'all.
That's what since we haven't saw June this week, I was like, because I want to look at June's face. But June does not give that she's old. Because Anita, and if I'm looking at Anita, Sharon, and Tracy, they give late 60s, probably early 70s. Especially
listen, did you see? Go ahead, baby.
Especially what's her name? Sharon definitely gives late 60s, probably early 70s.
Did you see that? I thought about that too. I forgot to bring it up, but I thought about that too. Did you see that, JB? Who is Tracy talking to on her phone all the time?
Well, I know one time she was talking to Vernon. She got the phone call from Vernon, but
yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I have been wondering that myself. Who is she talking to?
Well, y'all, that was pretty much the week in review. Haley is not old enough to be Barbara's child. Is she gone? She would have to be Nicole's age. That is true. Haley is younger. So maybe grandchild, maybe Barbara's granddaughter. I will see, but I think they connected. That's just me though. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna hold on to it until I can't hold on. I'm gonna hold on to it till I can't hold on. But she is always right. She's always on that phone. Who is she talking to? Dante? Is she talking to Barbara's family? Like, who is she talking to? Yeah, we believe that too, Bobby. I believe that too. That June is Tyrell and Samantha's mom. I believe that too.
Oh, you know what I just thought about with the Kat and Chelsea thing? If you remember, Anita said she tried to give Barbara's family money.
Right.
So maybe she done some stuff behind the scenes that her family don't even know about, right? So maybe something with Barbara's family might tie to her family.
Right. Now, I agree with you, Uncle Day. Uncle Jay. Tracy, Tracy is definitely flirting on Vernon. She definitely got a thing for Vernon. She definitely got a thing for Vernon. Now that is without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. She got a thing for Vernon.
All right, y'all. Well, meet me. I'm going to be over on the other channel in about an hour or so to talk about the cruise. We have some information. Tracy is going to talk to us about her experience because she just came. She went for her birthday on the ship that we are going to be going on in February. So if you are going on the cruise, meet me over on my main channel in about an hour or so. I'm not sure the exact time, but it'll be sometime within like the hour. Me too, Cajun. I wish that cruise was next week. I wish I had like an extra $3,000 I didn't have nothing to do with. I would book me a cruise now. I'm so ready to be on somebody's ship. But women, what we talking about? Aggie Pride. What we talking about the Aggies? I see y'all in the chat talking about Aggies. And with that being said, Cajun, make sure you call me so we can figure out what we're doing next week when you get here, sir.
So speaking of next week, I won't be in attendance next week since I will be.
Oh, you would have been here with Cajun.
So yeah, I'm gonna be in my hometown next weekend, so I won't be going
Oh, I
live
understand.
because it's the Juneteenth parade. Oh God, I gotta get a fan because I'm gonna be hot out there next week.
Where them fans at?
So yeah, y'all gonna miss me next week, but when we come back, I'll host it on my channel. So because next week
Hey,
what I
Face
think,
Captain's quarters.
so what I think I'm gonna do next week is I'm gonna try to do a pre-recorded video for y'all when it comes to Beyond the Gates and keep it, put it up as a
Okay.
premiere. So
Well, I'll be around at some point next week. I have some plans, people in and out of town and that kind of thing. So yeah, matter of fact, I'm actually about to link up with Faye's Captain's Quarters right now and Tracy, and we're going to get an exact time, but it'll be sometime in the next hour or so. So y'all meet me over there. And even if you're not going on the cruise, come on over, hang out with us. We're gonna have a good time. We ain't talking about nothing private for the people who booked the cruise. We just want to talk about the ship, talk about what plans we have, what things we're gonna do, and let you guys start thinking about, just some of the stuff we got going on. Okay. All right, Jay. JB, you have a good weekend, my boo. And
you too.
don't get in no trouble now. Don't get in no trouble.
I'm gonna try my hardest not to. I'm gonna do my best.
That don't sound convincing, but okay. I'm gonna try my hardest not to. That don't sound But all right, y'all. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Yeah.
Now he'll still be bald headed. Cajun, I'm a smack.